Hi, I'm Michelle, and today we'll be discussing the methods that you can use to form your LLC in Idaho. Now, we're going to be covering the steps involved in starting your LLC, the forms that you're going to need, the naming requirements, and the main 5 steps needed to actually register your Idaho LLC. I'll also be explaining the importance of having a registered agent and a very, very important term known as piercing the corporate will. Now, these two are the points you definitely do not want to miss. The state of Idaho is very well known for its potato production, as the state soil offers the best environment for the crop to grow. More than 311,000 acres of potato is used for potato farming, which produces around 1,500 billion pounds of potatoes. Due to such a huge industry, the demand is manufacturing units that can convert raw potato into a valuable product. Chemicals, wood, and lumber production are also very high in demand over there. Now, you can start your LLC in Idaho by 3 methods. Number 1 is that you can do it yourself, in which case you can choose to fill out the online forms or you can send it off via mail. Number 2 is that you hire a professional service to do it for you, which is the most easy and secure method out there. Now, we recommend TailorBrands as one of the best services for this purpose. And number 3 is that you can go ahead and hire an attorney. Now, coming to a very common question and a very important question, by the way, what exactly is an LLC? An LLC is a hybrid business entity combining a corporation's characteristics with a partnership or sole proprietorship. It separates your personal assets from your business assets, thus giving you personal asset protection. When you're starting an LLC in Idaho, you mainly have to file your certificate of formation with the state and pay a filing fee of $120. Now, in this video, we'll be discussing options number 1 and 2. But we're going to be placing emphasis on why exactly you need a professional service to do it for you, because you have to make sure that you're doing your LLC work correctly, because this is one of those things where you just can't afford missing key information or any misunderstandings. TailorBrands are a really good and competent professional service that you can get, because forming an LLC is not just filing the certificate of formation, but it's also deciding upon the name, hiring a registered agent, creating an operating agreement, and obtaining an EIN. Now, all of these can be done under one roof with TailorBrands. I'll be leaving the links in the description below so you can go and check them out. We're now going to discuss in detail the 5 important steps that you must cover when you're forming your LLC in Idaho. Your first step to starting off your LLC in Idaho is basically choosing the business name. Simple, right? Before you name your business, you must know that the name should be easy to remember. It should be available in the state and follows all of the LLC naming guidelines. You can find the naming guidelines at startmyllc.io. The specific requirements that need to be followed when naming the company are: number 1, your business name should be available, and no other existing business in Idaho can share that name. Each business name is unique to its owner. Limited liability company or LLC, they should be there as a suffix in the company name. It's important. You cannot use any name for your business that is confusing or misleading. Terms such as Treasury, State Department, FBI, and CIA shouldn't be included. And number 4 is that terms like bank, university, attorney, and doctor can only be added after you fill out the additional requirements by the Idaho state government. If you do not wish to file your LLC right now, but you do want to hold on to the name that you have decided, then you can reserve your name for 4 months. To keep the name, you have to file the name reservation application and pay $20 to reserve your name with the Idaho Secretary of State. Coming to the second and highly vital step to forming your LLC in the state of Idaho is to appoint a registered agent. Now, a registered agent is an entity that will act and work on your LLC's behalf, and it will receive all the important paperwork and official government correspondence in Idaho. Hence, hiring a competent registered agent for your LLC is extremely necessary. You have to make sure your registered agent is a resident of Idaho or has a physical street address over there. The business address is used as the LLC's principal address in Idaho. Most LLC formation companies also do provide registered agent services. TailorBrands is a great LLC setup service, and even if you buy the cheapest plan for around $49, you also get a registered agent service with it, and many other services which are at very reasonable prices. A key thing to note when getting a registered agent is the importance of having one and having a legit one, because in case of any lawsuit or if you get sued, the lawyer of the other party is going to do what is known as piercing the corporate will. Now, most people believe that they're setting up their LLCs for tax purposes, but the real reason for setting up your LLC now is to limit your liability. Basically, what it does is that it creates a divide between your personal assets and your business assets. So if you're sued in your business, they cannot really go after your personal assets. And when you're sued, the attorney who's suing you is going to start looking for cracks in your LLC, and this is where they pierce the corporate will. The first thing that they're going to do is check whether you have a registered agent or not, if they're legit, and have they been filing the appropriate paperwork. The third and another important step in forming an LLC is to file a certificate of formation. The Idaho State Articles of Organization is a legal document needed to officially register your business with the Secretary of State. It costs around $120 to file by mail and $100 if you send your formation certificate in Idaho online. Now, the certificate of formation includes details like the name of the LLC, registered agent's name, address, employee details, and structure of the company, whether it's member managed or manager managed. Now, before hiring an employee in Idaho, one should really know about the rules and regulations regarding them to avoid any issues in the future. We suggest using TailorBrands to file the certificate of formation because they provide an easier way to fill out the form without missing off any of the steps or any confusions. If you get stuck anywhere, they have a live chat that will definitely help you out as soon as they can. Now, the fourth step is filing the operating agreement. Now, an operating agreement is an internal document that legally outlines the proprietorship and operating procedures of your LLC. This document is vital as it ensures that all the business owners are on the same page regarding how they are operating, their voting power, business dissolution, and a lot more. And it helps reduce future conflicts. When it comes to filing an Idaho LLC operating agreement, the state doesn't really require you to have a very comprehensive operating agreement, but it is ideal to have one that contains the details of the entire business operation. It is recommended that it should be done using a professional service such as TailorBrands, since they know exactly what to do and you won't really have to worry about missing out any of the details. Now, the agreement template is drafted for a very small fee of $29. The EIN, also known as the Employer Identification Number, is a 9-digit number given by the IRS to make it much easier for you to identify the type of businesses for tax purposes and taxes in general. Now, the EIN is extremely necessary for any active business or any form of businesses for that matter. EIN is needed when the LLC is hiring employees. To obtain an EIN, one has to fill up a form which can be done online or by mail and just submit it to the IRS. You can also get an EIN assistant through TailorBrands who can help you out with the process. I'll be leaving the links to all of the resources in the description below. You can go there and you can check out which of the operations fit your requirements. For now, I'll be showing you how you can file the forms using TailorBrands. So this is the website for TailorBrands. And as you can see on the website, there's an option to set up your LLC, and you can also design a logo, merch, and the website itself for your brand in case you need one and haven't really gotten around to getting it. I'm going to go into Form an LLC. Now choose the state that you're setting up your LLC in. Add your business name. You can check for the name availability here, which will save you a lot of time. Or alternatively, you can choose the method that I told you earlier by going to the business entity name search. Click on the type of services that you're offering. You'll have to pick which stage of your business that you're on, whether it's still in the idea stage or it has been set up and fully running. Choose what sort of income your brand will be. Choose whether your business will have a physical address to receive the documents, and also whether there'll be a dedicated person there who's going to receive these. Select the number of employees. Now you have to fill out the information for your business, like your name, phone number, email address. Now choose whether you want to opt for a registered agent or not. TailorBrand charges $199 annually for hiring a registered agent. If you don't have one, then I highly recommend that you get one through them, because the one thing you can't risk is not having a legitimate registered agent. You're going to need an EIN, like I discussed before, for tax-related purposes. If you don't have one, or you're overwhelmed by the process required to get an EIN, then just let TailorBrands do it for you. It's going to cost you $99. Pick if you want to file for compliance. It will cost you $199 when you do it through TailorBrands. Here you can choose whether you want to have your business branding done. If you already have things like logos, domain, and a website, then just move forward. Select if you want to speed up the process. You can form the operating agreement using TailorBrands if you haven't made one already, or you are unsure of how to proceed with making the agreement by yourself. See if all the information that you chose and entered is correct, and check the final billing as well. You can now proceed to pay for the service, and that's all you need to start and form your LLC. So what's next? Now that you've created your Idaho LLC, there are still a few things that you're going to need. You're going to need a company business bank account and a credit card. You need to file the Idaho business permits and licenses. You need to get general liability insurance and professional liability insurance, which covers your employees. And you need to file an Idaho annual report every year. I hope you enjoyed this detailed video on how to start an LLC in Idaho. And I wish you the best of luck if you're starting off your business there. Please continue supporting our channel by liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the little notification button. Thank you for watching.